Margaret Thompson stood quietly in the corner of the brightly decorated living room, holding a small wrapped gift in her trembling hands. Blue and silver balloons floated above the tables, and laughter filled the house as little Ethan celebrated his 7th birthday. Margaret had baked his favorite chocolate cookies the night before and carefully chosen a toy train set with her pension money. She had arrived early, hoping to help set up, but her daughter-in-law, Vanessa, barely looked at her. "Just sit over there, Margaret," Vanessa said coldly. "Everything is already handled." Margaret forced a smile and sat alone near the window. Her son, Daniel, was busy greeting guests and never noticed the hurt in his mother's eyes. She watched Ethan run around in excitement, his face glowing with happiness. He waved at her. "Grandma,
Did you come for me?"
of course, sweetheart," Margaret said, tears almost forming. When it was time for cake, Vanessa gathered everyone around the table. She cut large slices and handed them out one by one to Ethan, to Daniel, to friends, to neighbors, and even to the mailman who happened to stop by. Margaret waited patiently, smiling despite the ache in her heart. But Vanessa skipped her. Margaret sat frozen as the last slice disappeared onto someone else's plate. Ethan looked around. "Mom, where's Grandma's cake?" Vanessa shrugged. "Oh, I must have forgotten." The room went silent. Margaret gently set the gift on the table. "It's all right, dear. I think I should go." Ethan ran to her and hugged her tightly. "Please don't leave, Grandma." Margaret kissed his forehead. "Happy birthday, my darling." She walked to the front door, trying to hide her tears. As she stepped outside, Daniel finally noticed. "Mom, what happened?" Margaret hesitated. She did not want to ruin Ethan's special day. "Nothing, sweetheart. I'm just tired." But Ethan had followed them to the door. "Daddy," he said with a trembling voice, "Mom didn't give Grandma any cake. She always gives me cookies and hugs. Grandma loves me more than anyone." Daniel stared at Vanessa in disbelief. "Is that true?" he asked. Vanessa crossed her arms. "She's always around. I wanted this party to be for our family." Daniel's face hardened. "She is my family, and she is Ethan's family." Margaret tried to intervene. "Please, Daniel." But Ethan tugged on his father's sleeve. Grandma cried. Daniel turned to his wife. "You humiliated my mother in front of everyone." Vanessa rolled her eyes. "You're overreacting." Daniel took a deep breath and made a decision that changed everything. He walked back inside, picked up the untouched birthday cake, and carried it to the front porch. Then he placed it on a small table. He cut the biggest slice and handed it to Margaret. "Mom," he said, his voice breaking, "I'm sorry I didn't see what was happening sooner." Ethan climbed onto her lap and grinned. "This piece is the biggest because you're the best, Grandma." Margaret burst into tears, holding her grandson close. The guests, watching through the window, began stepping outside one by one. Soon they surrounded Margaret, offering smiles, hugs, and kind words. Vanessa stood alone inside the house. A week later, Daniel sat down with his wife. "My mother sacrificed everything for me," he said. "She worked 2 jobs after Dad died. She skipped meals so I could eat. If you cannot respect her, then you do not respect me." Vanessa, for the first time, understood the depth of the pain she had caused. The next morning, she appeared at Margaret's door carrying a homemade cake. "I'm sorry," she whispered, tears in her eyes. "I was jealous of how much Ethan loves you, but that was no excuse." Margaret looked at the young woman standing before her. She saw regret, shame, and hope. With a gentle smile, Margaret opened the door.
"Come in," she said.
Vanessa placed the cake on the table. On top, written in white frosting, were the words, "To the sweetest grandmother in the world." From that day forward, every birthday began the same way. Before anyone else was served, Ethan would take the first slice of cake to his grandmother. And every year, Margaret smiled, not because of the cake, but because love and respect had finally returned to her family.